YouTube. I am Michael James, and this video is all about paintbrushes. Let's check it out. Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, I am Michael James, artist, educator, and content creator, working to spread positivity and good vibes. Today we're diving into a topic that every painter from beginner to pro needs to learn about: paintbrushes. Choosing the right brush can make a world of difference in your work, and I'm here to guide you through the best options out there. We'll talk about different types of brushes, what they're best used for, and some tips on how to get the most out of them. So be sure, if you do find this content helpful, like and subscribe down below. Check out our weekly live streams for more of the same exciting content. And now, grab your coffee, your sketchbook, and let's get into it. These are all rosemary brushes. They are absolutely my favorite brush to use for oil painting, acrylics, watercolor, even for charcoal. I have a couple of my favorites, which are also included in my brush pack. Number one, the best possible brush is the Ivory Long Flat. It's a starting brush. You put a lot of paint on the canvas with it. Synthetic bristles, very firm, sturdy. They hold a lot of paint. So you can even draw with it in the beginning and then really apply paint. Next, the Long Flat Series 279. 279 is important because that is the only one that has these nice, they're synthetic fibers, but very soft synthetic brush. You can smooth out a lot of paint. So once you put paint on the canvas with your Ivory Long Flat, you can move it around and smooth it out and begin doing a lot of work on the panel with your Long Flats Series 279, and obviously different shapes. So this is the smaller 4. This is a much bigger 8. I think they go all the way up to 20 almost, so they get very, very big. And then to finish the painting, Pure Sable Series 99, the absolute best favorite brush that they make. I use rounds, and these are your detail brushes. These are your final brushes. They're the funnest brush. Again, they're my favorite to use. I have these in every size, from 4 bristles to the largest they have, and even when I keep them all loose and mangled, so they really make some nice brushes. But rosemary brushes are so nice, they just kind of keep going back. So that's the beauty of rosemary brushes. They last a very, very long time. And then kind of a middle change-up brush are their evergreens. This is a filbert, which I don't use a lot of filberts. Filberts for me are usually more for drawing or laying out sketches. But I have filberts and flats of these evergreens, and they're almost a middle between the Series 279s and the Ivory Long Flats. And it's interesting because these are, or were, the Ivory Long Flats, and they dyed them for a Christmas event, and it actually changed the texture of the synthetic fibers. It softened them up a little and put them in between the 3, so they turned it into a new custom brush that is actually right in the middle of your whole brush range. The last but not least is the Master's Choice 274. Again, different sizes, but what's really nice about these is they're close to the Masters or the Long Flats Series 279, only they actually have a serrated edge. So they hold paint very, very well compared to a lot of softer brushes, and you can still manipulate it very delicately, even with a lot of paint on the brush. So it's almost like an intermediate brush that I kind of use beginning, middle, and end as needed, because it can do the work, not the whole thing, but it can hold a lot of paint like an Ivory Long Flat and really move paint around like the Series 279 because of, again, the edges as well as the fibers. Most important, I say most important because they're my favorite brushes, and most important when it comes to oil painting specifically. The brush kit that I use is made up of these exact brushes with, I think, 3 or 4 Pure Sables, 3 or 4 Ivory Flats, and 3 or 4 279s, just different shapes. And all of these brushes here are ultimately all the same, just different shapes. Use one for a light value, one for a dark value, one for a specific color, one for another color. And that's kind of why I have so many. It's unnecessary, but it's a little bit of an addiction.